Hello, welcome back to the box room. So in the last video, I said, I've not done much in the last while because I've not felt well, but it is time to look at this magical stuff that was brought to the world of Commodore for me by, indeed, Matthew Desmond. Oh, keep holding it poorly there. Matthew Desmond, Factor of Math. So, first, there's a book by Matthew Desmond, Factor of Math, Bradley's Basic, Programmer's Reference. A companion to Bradley's Basic Version 1. Introduction. Interesting. DOS Wedge. Appendices. First edition, printing, November 2023. Copyright Matthew Desmond. This manual is copyrighted. Contains proprietary information. Go ahead and copy it, share it, and make sure anybody that wants a copy gets one. Alright. Well, let's just start and see how we do here. The Bradley's Basic Programmer's Reference Guide has been developed as a working tool and reference for those of you who want to maximize your use of the additional capabilities brought to your Commodore 64 when using Bradley's Basic. What is included? Our complete Bradley's Basic Dictionary includes the additional basic commands and variables listed in alphabetical order. We created a quick list which contains the words and their abbreviations. This is followed by a section containing a more detailed definition of each word, along with sample basic programs to illustrate how they work. A guide to using Bradley's Basic fully functional DOS Wedge. How to use this reference guide. Okay. Just a second. Just sit tight. Sit tight. There it is. I am going, as I've said many times, but I'm really going to do it. Oh, I'm going to get up and go away for a moment. Indeed, I've got a couple of shopping bags here. I'm going to drop them down. I don't need them. I'm going to get some reading glasses. That is what I need for this. It's funny, my grandmother told me, exercise your eyes so you won't need glasses. And I did, but you know. Oh, alright. I'm back. Oh dear. My wooden Commodore logo fell down. Okay. So, this should go better now. La 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 la. Okay. Throughout this manual, certain conventional notations are used to describe the syntax, programming, sentence structure of Bradley's basic commands or statements, and to show the required and optional parts of each Bradley's basic keyword. The rules to use for interpreting statements syntax are as follows. Basic keywords are shown in capital letters. They must appear where shown in the statement, entered and spelled exactly as shown. Items shown within quotation marks, include variable data, which you must put in. Both the quotation marks and the data inside the quotes must appear. where shown in each statement. Items inside the square brackets indicate an optional statement parameter. A parameter is a limitation or additional qualifier for your statements. If you use an optional parameter, you must supply the data for that optional parameter. Items inside angle brackets indicate variable data which you provide, while the slash indicates that you must make a choice between two mutually exclusive options. Example of syntax: format, copy, D drive number, source, file name, to D drive number, destination file. Okay. So, this is intense. Okay. Notes from the entire reference guide has been modeled on the Commodore 64 Programmer's Reference Guide, right down to the font, colors, formatting, and even some of the text. It worked in the 80s, so it should work now. Bradley's BASIC was initially intended as a simple cartridge that would allow David Bradley to boot directly to a black and white screen instead of typing in a bunch of pokes. Nice idea, but adding such into a bootable cartridge would steal 8K of RAM for relatively little gain. So why not add in the basic 4.0, 7.0 disk commands too, and a couple of cool extras, and a DOS wedge, sure. And Bradley's BASIC is born. The documentation for basic 4/7 disk commands are lifted from the Commodore 128 Programmer's Reference Guide, just reformatted a little. Aside from the DOS wedge code, almost all of Bradley's BASIC pre-existed and was written by me sometime between 1983 and 1987. I did take some time to make the code better and more compatible with the actual basic 4/7 conversions. The code for Bradley's BASIC operates in the 8000 8K ROM address block. That's $8,000 to $9FFFF. FFF. And, the extra commands make extensive use of the cassette buffer area. $033C-$003FB, which may interfere with any small programs that also happen to use that space. Bradley's BASIC is intended to be placed in a cartridge at $8,000 with XROM held low, though I will release a soft loadable version too. Please visit the Factor of Matt website at factorofmatt.com. If you find a bug or a documentation error, please drop me a line. Details on the website. Okay. Wow. This is right. So there are many. Anyway, what I really need to do is really get into this. Keyword to token. Wow. There's a lot of commands here. This is serious. Okay. So, just a moment here. Now, I am assuming that if I take the cartridge out of the bag and plug it in, it will do something. And then I will see about the ROM. Well, let's just turn on this monitor here. The monitor is warm. There's a switch. Okay. So when I turn this on, oh, look at that. It comes up in black with white letters already. Cool. It says Commodore Basic version 2 plus 64K RAM system, 3,719 basic bytes free. Now, I need to, well, I don't have a keyboard on here at the moment, but I should. Let's see here. Okay, I think what I need to do is turn this off for a moment. Grab a keyboard. I think this is the one that came with this machine. The little tang things seem to fit in. So we'll plug on, the LED and the keyboard. Oh, the keyboard connector on this one. Not the keyboard, but the little prongs is a little bent. These things happen. Okay, I think I'm on. Sit nice, sit nice. Okay, let's turn this on. Oop, the shift lock is down. Look at that. Catalog, device not present. Well, of course it isn't. Because of course. Oh yeah, there's print DS string. Device not present. De-verify. Help. Look at that. Bradley's Basic version 1.0. Proudly written by Matthew Desmond and Factory of Matt. Copyright 1985 to 2023. FactoryofMatt.com. Bradley's. Oh, I see an error. It says Brady Liz. Bradyles. Anyway. A typo. So we have concat, header, append, rename, deload, init, help, deopen, collect, desave, scratch, de-verify, cold. Ooh, I know what that is, I think. That. Are you sure? Yes. We'll reset the machine. Woohoo! That'll do help. Declose, backup, deload, directory, declear, old, record, copy, resave, disk, bridge. I wonder what. Let's look in the manual and see. Old. Attempt to undo a program. Even in the event that you have a forced reset your machine via the reset button or the cold, or if you just accidentally type new, the old statement may not work correctly if any variables have been defined. Interesting. Let's try something. 10. Print. Quote. Why am I suddenly not finding what I'm looking for on the keyboard? That's a comma. I don't want that. Oh, so Bradley Basic. Go to 10. All right. So we have Bradley's Basic. I left out something there that I normally put in, and that is a semicolon. Oh yeah. Yeah, that does not look so great, so we'll put in another space, and type in run. Well, that's interesting. Anyway, the whole reason I'm doing this is not not because it really matters, but I'm going to test. There we go. Bradley's Basic. Running fine. Now, so there's the program, 10 print with a bunch of spaces, Bradley's Basic. With a space, quote, semicolon. Okay, so now I do cold. Are you sure? Yes. And now I'm going to type in old. And does the program come back? It does. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. All right, I did see. I have to read through this carefully. Oh, wedge on, wedge off. Scratch. Record. What is this? Position relative file pointers. Oh yeah, I never messed with them. Never did I mess with them. Old. I've never known that. Oh yes, statement. Bradley's Basic only. Init. What does this do? IO statement. Send an initialize command to a specified disk and unit. This command will automatically read the disk arrow channel, display it once. Oh, look at that. Cool. Initialize in the world of Commodore does not necessarily mean the same as what it means in other things. That's the thing I usually do. Device not present error. Of course it isn't. I don't have a disk drive. That's the one I usually do. I believe that I do open 15, 8, 15, quote I0, quote colon close 15, and that has a magical way of on occasion taking disk drives that are acting like they're broken and getting them back in alignment. No, I don't know what. Anyway, it just tries to read things in, forces the drive, usually does a little head banging, and there are times when the drive just gets out of sync. And that's sometimes all it takes to put it back. All right, I need to explore this much more fully, but it does look cool. Now, the thing here is there is this ROM chip here, and I'm wondering, am I supposed to put them in the same, have them in at the same time, or is if I put the ROM chip in, I will contact Matthew at vectorofmatch.com. Yes. I will have to check append. Wow, I don't think I've ever used that command. Now this is interesting, the backup thing. Backup D0 to D1 on unit 9. Oh, right, okay. This command can only be used on a dual, yes, only on a dual drive, yes, of course. Wow. There is a lot of stuff here. This is cool. Okay, I will have to check with the man about the ROM. That's what I do need to explore this much more fully. I do. So I'm going to put things back in the bags to make sure that I lose nothing. But for the moment, I'm going to leave this cartridge out so I can make use of it. Well, I can. Now, of course, if I'm going to run the diagnostics, I'll have to take it out. But that, there we are. Factory of Matt, Matthew Desmond, matt@factoryofmatt.com. If I had my other phone here, I'd write him a message right now. But I don't have it here. It's on the charger. So I believe here is a little reset switch. If I push it, it resets. And if I push it and hold, there's a little switch on the top too. I think I can turn it off. And I can. Which of course means it comes back up to black. But if I hold down the reset switch and flip it to on, it automatically comes back. Magic! So I don't have to type in that all the time. Anyway, but there's much more to this. This is serious. This is serious. So, chances are, over the next days, you will see many more videos. I will have to get a disk drive up here. Oh, I see what I've done. I'll have to get a disk drive up here, which of course is no trouble. There are many disk drives around. There are many. Here, I was wondering what this was. This is the box for the Retro Rewind thing, which I have here. Oh yeah, anyway. So, as I was doing things, I'm gathering things to take down to the pet room that don't need to be here. And this does not need to be here either. So I will see about getting things moved to the pet room. I am perplexed for this moment in time because I see one pet companion here. Did I set another one over here to go down? I must get in touch with Stephen Gray. Anyway, you know what? That is enough for this moment. I would like to thank Matthew Desmond tremendously. I've seen a couple of typos in the manual, and certainly there's a typo on the screen here, but it's great. It's great. So, thank you, Matthew. We'll see you again at the World of Commodore, and I'm sure I will be in touch very soon. I'm sure. Sorry it's taken so long for me to get to this. All right. We'll see you again, I suspect tomorrow, about 6 o'clock, Toronto time. Thanks for coming. And once again, thank you, Mr. Desmond. Bye for now.